Okay, as we head into the second week of January, the snow conditions report looks really good. We keep adding on to just a little snow here and there, and the pattern continues cold. Take advantage of it because now I'm starting to see signs that we're going to flip this pattern towards the tail end of January into at least early February. So out there right now, we've only had about 5 inches of snow for the month. That's pretty close to average. 36 inches for the season, just a little bit above average, but way better than last year where we only had a remarkable 3.5 inches. Last year at this time, we started going into basically what turned out to be the only 2 weeks of winter that we had. So snowfall so far this season, 27 inches in Muskegon, Kalamazoo at 25. Look at Gaylord though, 107 inches. That's the most in northern Michigan, or I should say in lower Michigan, and most in upper Michigan, just under 109 inches in the Munising area. And so far, we're about 2 inches above average for this winter in Grand Rapids. This is not a good sign. You can see Mackinac Island a couple weeks ago. I showed you the snowmobiles out on snow-covered pavement up there. But if you go into eastern UP, there's some good spots to go to. Head to my snow conditions report at woodtv.com under the weather section. I'll have more specifics on the best trails out there. You could get away with some of the snowmobiling up around the Gaylord area over towards Kalkaska, but it's going to be kind of thin, kind of snurty, we call it, dirt and snow in some of the corners. Better riding will be north of the bridge. Nonetheless, not a lot of snow out there here across the state, but I do expect more on the way this weekend. And again, you can see that sweet spot, the Seney, Germfast area around Munising, McMillan, Newberry over towards Paradise. Really the best riding. Here's a look at Crystal Mountain. Good to see the snow out there, and anytime they need to make some snow, it's going to be ideal. This is one of the best weekends in terms of all the open runs out there. 42 in Shush, and also they have their tubes going, and you can see Canonsburg at 9, Crystal Mountain 54, where you just saw that camera view, and looking really good from Boyne Mountain, Highlands, right down to Treetops as well. Things looking fantastic. All right, if you plan on skiing, you can see temperatures this weekend, not bitterly cold, 28 or basically in the 20s. The wind will be fairly light as well, and you can see that'll be the case as well on Sunday. So in terms of the snow, we're going to add on a little bit. We'll have a cold front moving through on Friday, which I'll show you in just a moment. Then the lake effect is going to kick in, and another system snow is going to move in for the tail end of the weekend. It's not going to be a lot, but hey, at least we're adding on to what's on the ground currently out there. So we're going to fill in some of those bare areas. And this is the GFS model, kind of similar. I think the range will be around 1 to 5 inches. I want to show you what it looks like with the European model all the way through January 12th. And you can see we continue adding on to the snow depth across the state. We're looking at that cold front moving through on Friday, then the lake effect briefly during the morning hours, should taper off quite a bit during the afternoon. Then here comes the system snow moving in for later on Sunday. It looks really good across the UP. Good news there for any snowmobiles heading up that direction for next week. We're going to maintain the snowpack on the ground as another round of cold air gets reinforced into mid parts of next week. You can see that deep trough moving in for mid part next week, and yeah, some highs only in the teens likely Tuesday and possibly even to Wednesday. Cold pattern persists through January 22nd, but this is what I was alluding to. Well, not this. You can see above average amounts of precipitation, which would be snow. When you see the Arctic oscillation go to positive, that's a sure sign that we're more than likely going to go to some warmer or milder pattern. That will likely happen tail end of January into early February. So take advantage of the snow, especially you snowmobilers, as soon as you can over the next couple weeks.